ॐ विश्वानि देव सवितुर्दुरतानि परासुवा यत् भद्रं तन्नवासुवा हरिः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Namaste and Sitaram to all our viewers on TV Jagrati and our listeners on Radio Jagrati 102.7 FM. We welcome you to the program Dharma Mangalam this evening. It's a very special episode where we have in set with us our Revered Gurudev Swami Brahmaswarupanandaji of Kashi, India. Swamiji is the Peethadish of Brahma Vidya Peetham International, where our headquarters is nestled in the beautiful hills in the central range of Trinidad and Tobago, in that very quaint village of Caratal. From our headquarters, Swamiji is going to speak to us this evening on a lot of wonderful things that have been happening in the past few weeks. We've understood that he has just returned from a journey to India, and I was also very fortunate to be a part of that journey and to join with Sri Swamiji in his divine and holy company to the land of our great ancestors, to the land of our rishis, our saints and seers, Bharat Mata. Having just returned from Bharat Mata, Swamiji and we were there and we conducted some very important meetings, very significant and global meetings with some luminary world leaders in India. And also, as part of that tour, we indeed had the great privilege of having a spiritual retreat in the last 6 weeks. But as we go along in the episodes of Dharma Mangalam, you will be hearing more about those events. For today, Swamiji, you are here with us on set, and we've heard at the first leg of the journey, you met with some very great personalities, some luminary personalities in India. And one of those personalities is Dr. Harshvardhan, who is the Minister of Science and Technology of India. You've also met with Mananiya Shri Mohan Bhagwatji, the great visionary leader heading the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh globally. And you've also met with the Shankaracharya ji of India in Prayag, where we have the Sangam of Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. You've also had great meetings there with Maharaja Adiraj, Rajaram, Dr. Tony Neda.
Vedic technologies saved human life of all faith, all belief systems. Human, non-human, and even the environment were brought back to balance and harmony through Vedic technologies. This is because Veda is universally true and life-supporting for everyone and everything, and because life is based on bliss and fullness. Anandadhyeva kalvimani bhutani jayanti. Anandena jatani jivanti. Anandam pranti abhisham vishantiti. India can be proud of its heritage and all the facets and applications of this heritage in so many ways: spiritual, religious, social, self-development, and for national strength and invincibility. In all manners and ways, Veda can be celebrated. It is a perfect holistic science, a practical, useful science for all life on earth. Ideal Vedic India means India based on Veda, total knowledge. In darkness, people stumble on each other, are afraid of each other, hurt themselves and others. In the light of Veda, the path is clear, and the experience of unity at the basis of all diversity dispels all fear. Knowledge is like light, it dispels darkness. Veda, total knowledge, dispels all darkness. Veda is not a belief system. It is useful and effective whether you believe in it or not. One does not even have to know how it works. You do not need to know how electricity is produced to enjoy light by flipping the light switch. This is the miracle of Veda as a supreme science.
a great neuroscientist of the world who is now doing great research and study on the Vedas. Can you tell us some more about these meetings, Swamiji? Your meeting with Dr. Harshvardhan, the Minister of Science and Technology.
We went in Delhi, capital of India. Dr. Harshvardhan is a Minister of Science and Technology, very great scholar and scientist, and he called in own residential place. I, Ananda, and with her, the Maharshi International Organization head, Dr. Tony Nadar, Raja Louis, and then Vice Chancellor, Raja Vice Chancellor, and other scientist was there. Even from the Indian scientists, they also came to me to discuss about the Indian science progress in the modern age, because the scientist group from the 2 years, they achieved a great success in the scientific field in the Mars planet. First time India's satellite entered and landed on Mars, making the film and the many new news, and they collected through the technology. Then second success was an England satellite went in the sky through the Indian scientists. So due to this, all scientists of India also attended and discussed. Theme and subject of discussion was this modern science and knowledge we have in Veda or not. Yeah, what aspect of the science, modern science, is in the Vedas? We discuss, because we are going to organize the International Ved Conference. Due to this, we discuss all these things. We are making in the near future, in 2017, we'll organize the Ved Conference. We taken the tea and the lunch there, and very standard discussion. All the scholar and scientists, and they share the views about the modern science and then Vedic science. So, the Minister of Science and his family and his wife also attended and this meeting also. So very
Swamiji,
successful meeting.
It's very interesting to know that on a global standpoint, we have our scientists and we have our spiritualists who are trying to come together on one platform to form that bridge between science and spirituality. So it was very inspiring to be a part of that meeting myself. I was present there, and it was in fact very motivating to listen to the views of the top scientists of the world, and yet to see that their interest is in our great Vedas. So, Swamiji, can you tell us more about the planning for the Vedic movement in India and the globe all over?
Really, in the next Ved conference, main theme is modern science and Vedic science. We have not only faith, but we did great research, invention and discovery for the many scientists of the world. Many knowledge is hidden in the Vedas, how should come on the surface. As whole world accepted Yoga International Day, every year they are celebrating. Now we are thinking all the modern science knowledge and their root of the knowledge is in the Vedas. Many scientists of the world, they are doing this hard work on these things. As is our brain, is a brain cut the section, transverse section, horizontally, and then we'll see the structure of the solar system and the structure of the human brain is same and similar. As we are reading about the aeroplane and how many type of the description, many pages in the Vedas through the Bharadwaja rishis, they have given many types of the aeroplane, how to make a space and how to drive, who will be pilot. All this is written, and Bharadwaj and Yantra Sarvasya book, part of the Vedas, Rig Vedas. So many people of the world, they are doing the work, but they don't know Sanskrit. So through the Vedas conference, we started to teach the Sanskrit language, because all this knowledge in the Sanskrit is Sanskrit. Even the United Nations 2013 declare that Vedas is a storehouse of the knowledge. Their pronunciation, recitation of the Sanskrit is more powerful, with effect on the brain and heart and blood. So all this experiment going. For this purpose, we are going to organize conference. We discuss in detail whole day in the residence of the Minister of the Science and Technology, and we are waiting in the future how to drive this movement.
And you know, the Minister of Science and Technology of India, Dr. Harshvardhan, the Honorable Dr. Harshvardhan, he's such a very humble gentleman, very sweet in nature. Swamiji, it's wonderful that your minister, your scientists, and your sadhus and sons, and also the head of your universities are thinking of coming together to hold such type of conferences for the betterment of humanity and for the betterment of this globe. We understand that the next International Veda Conference, from that discussion with the Minister of Science and Technology and Dr. Tony Neda and the other scientists who were present there at that meeting, will be at the Banaras Hindu University in Kashi in Varanasi in India. We also know that you've met with the Vice Chancellor of the Banaras Hindu University, Dr. Tripathi. Can you tell us his thoughts and his feelings about this new Veda movement that's going to be started in India?
Present Vice Chancellor of the Banaras Hindu University of Kashi, Dr. Tripathi, was the professor of Allahabad University. Allahabad University is the oldest university of India, and second is a Calcutta University. Now Dr. Tripathi from the Allahabad University, now he became Vice Chancellor of Banaras Hindu University. Banaras Hindu University is the biggest university of Asia, and so very popular. 60,000 students in that university at present. So we are discussing from the 1 year how to organize the Ved conference in the Banaras University, and mostly all university professor who has the knowledge of the Vedic philosophy and Vedic thoughts, and who is out of university. Many professor has given dedicated the life for the Vedas understanding. So we decided to organize the Ved conference in Banaras University, and 2-3 meetings we have done. So in near future we'll organize, maybe after February, and maybe in August, September, we organize the International Ved Conference. And now we have the list, 40 countries, scholar of the Vedas, who has done PhD and research on the Vedas, will be very surprised and will be happy to know out of India, more than 1,500 scholars, they have done PhD on the Vedas. And scientifically they prove all the knowledge of the Vedas, most part of the Veda knowledge is very, very true. So we want to present in the conference in the presence of divine or the Indian scholar of the Vedas. So we discussed 3 days in there. Dr. Tiwari and Vedic department of the universities, they are very excited to white people, America, Canada, Japan, Moscow, Holland, Germany, they are coming in India in 2017 to speak on the Vedas, So that is a great excitement event of the India. We are doing the work for the Vedas.
We've known that the last International Veda Conference was in New Delhi, India. And Swamiji, that conference was indeed a great success where you had a lot of great personalities, your political personalities, spiritual personalities, and scientific personalities from all over the globe presenting papers and researches on our great Vedas. Baba Ramdev was also a part of that conference, I remember, in 2014. So your next conference is in 2017 in Varanasi in India. Are there any more plans for conferences outside of India? Swamiji, are we thinking about maybe Trinidad and Tobago can be the host of such a great conference in the future?
Very good news. At present, I'm the president of Vedic Foundation of India, and Ananda also General Secretary internationally, and many other great scholars is with us. We are discussing, that is now primary stage, initial stage, and maybe next month we'll decide to organize the Ved conference in Trinidad, and the end of this year or beginning of the 2018. But that is our big plan. And then not only Caribbean and Trinidad, but the many countries scholar, they will come, they present their own thoughts and own research and own vision about the modern science and Veda science to present there. So that date is not fixed now, but organizing. To organize to be the conference internationally is a not easy job, very hard work to there, how to stay, out the food and transport and then ticket and everything. So we are thinking to organize. It is a great, Trinidad is a proud, and this country, small island, is going to organize the international Ved conference. Before one conference this country has done, but many countries, the scholars, they didn't come. And in this conference, mostly the many scholars, they will come to enjoy and listen their lectures.
Swamiji, it's not an easy task to arrange all these various personalities on one stage. And this is one of the things that I admire very much about you, is that humble quality of yours, that you have that quality and ability to do the foundational bridge building, brick building, cementing work. Where did you get this inspiration to collect these people from the segments of society, the political segment of society? You've collected the scientific and professionals, people in all fields of education, doctors, lawyers, vice chancellors of universities, and also you have intricately included in all of this our sadhus and sants and our great spiritual personalities to come on one stage as we talk about the Vedas. Why is it so important now in this period that we are in our history, in time? Why is it so necessary now to spread the knowledge of the Vedas throughout the globe, now more than ever?
Really, in the program, in the conference, we want first Veda scholar, second sadhus, who has the experience and expression of the Vedic tradition through the spirituality and through the understanding of the Vedas. Third, I want in political arena also many good scholar, good brain, who is thinking what will be future of humanity and democracy, and then spirituality, how to make a peaceful world, how to heaven will come on this earth. They are thinker, they are sociologist, they are psychologist, and they are politician also. And third type of speaker we want in the many universities, many academic personality, they are doing the work and writing the book. So we want to collect all this brain for our conference. Now the question is, what now? Because now we are in 21st century. 21st century is searching something new. And whole world has a global family, global village. Globalization has done very good experiment. Globalization in this period so becoming weak because whole globalization totally depend on the economical development, financial development. They didn't think about spiritual development, humanitarian development. They think through the democratic values also. But at present, this modern world needs something new thought, because in this period, in this 2nd century, 20th and 21st century we are living now, in 20th century, many experiments they have done. Capitalism, last man communism, last man of communism, the Cuba president and Castro finished. And now socialism in European country become weak. And then imperialism became out of date in the Second World War. Now the has come, this world is searching new vision, how to this world will run. So in that time, in that need of the time, and the people searching the new process, new path, that path is not any religion not able to give. Only our Veda is not religion, it is a science, is the modern science of the Veda, is going to present a new thought. Maharshi Mahesh Yogi is many years has given this life. Before Swami Vivekananda, his declare clarion call. Okay, now the new thought is coming during the 50 years. The whole world is ready to listen the voice of India, Mother India. And Yogi Arvind also declared after 2035, then whole world will listen the Mother India voice. Mother India ready to keep the life for the happiness of the humanity. So this thing, now suddenly media has come. Media also propagating our thoughts. So then, due to this at present time and the need of this modern time, it is necessary to provide, to present, to express this new thought of the Vedas, new science, because Veda is not dharma, not religion, not any sect, that is a complete thought, absolute thought for happiness of the humanity. Many people realize that. So due to this became more popular, this Vedic thoughts.
Thank you, Swamiji. And as a young person, today as we stand at a very pivotal time in our in this, as you call it, the postmodern era.
Yeah.
So these types of conferences and this new thought of our Veda as a science, it's very encouraging to the youth, to the young people, because our young people today are looking for that type of analysis, the scientific aspect of our dharma, where they can understand, where they can relate to. So this new vision, this new mission that you have embarked on, I think personally for me it's very inspiring, and I know for a lot more young people it will be inspiring. So thank you, Swamiji, for this great visionary thought that you have started in India and will expand the globe all over. Thank you, Swamiji. Sitaram.
So the conclusion is that yoga transcending make Vedic recitation and yajna truly powerful, and that through the combination of yoga and yajna, one can literally transform anything into anything, suffering into peace, disease into health, misfortune into fortune, Kali Yuga into Sat Yuga, 2015 into Ram Raj. And that is the basis. That is what the basis of what we call the Global Peace Initiative.